Yo guys, what is it? Welcome back to the video, and today we're playing Roblox National, and I've not seen many of these, and they are tutorials, but the ones that I have seen are pretty good, but they're just outdated a bit. Like, I think the most popular one is like a few years old, 4 years, I think. So basically, the first tip is most of the tips from Van Dyke's are like do work still, but use enemy outlines. They don't mess up your gameplay. I'd advise like a colour that like is quite easy to see that's not on many of the maps. So I've gone with pink. I did used to have a pink crosshair just because like I can see it when I'm looking straight up at night. But it blends in with my enemy outline, which is personally the most important thing because if you're aiming directly on the enemies, they're going to be a different colour to the sky. So if you want to enable enemy outlines, what you want to do is you want to go to settings, I think it's graphics, and then enemy outlines on. You can pick whatever colour you want, and then crosshair as well, wherever that is, display. You can pick whatever colour again. Got a nice little background here. You can change it on all the maps. Sadly, there are no night maps on there, which there are quite a lot of now. I'd also advise getting the right FOV. 90 still a little bit low for me. So I'd say like going for like 95 to like 100 is going to be good, because if you look, I'll just give myself 70, which is the lowest. Like I can barely see anything. Like, yeah, I could still play the game like this, but it's just not going to be that quick. Also makes you feel like you're running faster, but then if you have 120 FOV, first you feel like you're going mad fast, but um, well, I was going to say makes it harder to hit headshots, but um, when at the time that I was saying that I just hit like 2 headshots in a row that I'd have never hit normally, so I might keep this FOV maybe. But the second tip is that when you're running, of course, hold your knife, but don't like just run up to enemies with your knife and change to your gun really late. You wanna know when to change to your knife. I'm just gonna go change my back. So like when I'll do like, so when you're running, like yeah, your knife makes you faster and all that, but you don't wanna be changing to your knife really late, because then the enemy's gonna get the advantage. And unless your aim's like way better than theirs, you're basically done for. And another thing as well is don't get tricked into thinking that the game literally only relies on aim. It doesn't, because you could give someone that doesn't know how to play the game like really good aim, like aimbot, and they'd still be much worse than someone that knows how to play the game with like no chance of being able to aim. But so they're probably the most important. And then say someone's like arm or head is peeking through somewhere and you don't think you're gonna hit them, just remember that where they last were and go push them, because that information is really helpful. And the enemies drop ammo and health. The ammo more helpful in like randomizer, because obviously you've got the same gun, and if it's a good gun, you don't want to be losing it. But the health is probably the most important, and oh, that's fast field. So the health's probably the most important because say you get one kill, you like 36 HP, you need that health to get back into the fight because 36 HP, they can knife you once and you're like dead. So health very important in this game. FOV also like a massive thing that you need to make sure of. I'd recommend somewhere between like 90 above that, because 80 you're just gonna feel like you're not even like 30 centimeters away from your screen. It's like I'd say like 120, if anything, is better because it gives you quite like, especially when you've got good aim. 120 FOV, you're going to be able to see a lot. So I probably shouldn't be using 120 FOV because it does make it a lot harder to see the heads and actually hit them, which you're going to want to do. But then that feeling of just going faster is also really nice. Makes the knife feel a lot slower, but feeling like you're going faster in a game where basically you need speed is very nice. And also another thing, you need to learn your spawns because like you're not really gonna find anyone if you're running around in this building because there are no spawns. Whereas if you sat in like one of these windows or like out on the grass, there's a spawn back there, spawn there, spawn there, spawn there, and spawn around there, I think. So you can't really go wrong when you know where the spawns are. And another thing is knowing, like, say you shoot someone and they start running away. This is important for most shooter games actually. Is knowing when to follow and when to not, because especially like not really in Arsenal, but this is just like a general tip for shooter games. They might be running back to their team or something. Oh, that aim, bro. I don't know why it's still saying that I'm like unlocking the wares from the Galactic Pass. That's really weird. But yeah, so you're gonna want to know when to like not follow up fights. But yeah, so just keep in mind you wanna not necessarily don't shoot unless it's a headshot, because if you're lucky, you might be able to get a second shot off and kill them. Um, Another thing, crouch jumping as well. You can get up a little bit higher if you jump and then crouch straight after. So just keep in mind that and know your spawns. That's very important if you want to, especially win games very quickly, especially on Matrix. You can just like sit on that little building. That's helpful. And also the firing modes. I think, not sure there is here, but on one of the guns, so there's an enemy there or not, but on one of the guns, you can go to like a rocket firing mode just by right clicking. That's very helpful if like there's a group that you need to kill. So I'd always just carry around like it in like the rocket fire mode, because even if there's not a group, it's still going to be good for getting loads of damage. And this guy with the barcode name is really annoying. There's someone in here. Just saw them peek there. And most of the weapons that actually have scopes, like physical scopes, do actually have like the ability to zoom. So like this, you can zoom, and it just helps line up shots. I wouldn't walk around zooming though. Like if you're walking around like that, it's just gonna make it more awkward, because you're not gonna have, basically reduces your FOV, but also like focuses on like a person. That's helpful. I'd say you want to go for like the higher range of FOVs, because it just helps. And I might be repeating myself here, but enemy outlines, I know I've already said how to enable it, but they're just really helpful of like knowing where people are, because like if someone who's coming around that corner, I'd only get like a small chance to like see their gun, whereas with enemy outlines, it outlines like the whole gun, so I can see them like a lot easier. And make sure to use the team leader glow to your advantage, because it's actually really helpful, because you can sort of see people a bit early if you actually use it well. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this video. It is a bit of a long one, so sorry about that. But I hope you have enjoyed if you have watched to the end, and I'll see you all in the next.